everyone, welcome back to the Wyoming Knits YouTube channel. My name is Jenny Lee, and this is my channel where I like to talk about all the things that I've been knitting over the past week. Today is Sunday, November 10th, 2024, and this is episode 64. You can find me on Instagram as Jenny Lee Knits, and you can find me on Ravelry as Jenny Lee S Knits. Today I am coming to you from Southwest Wyoming, where I live with my husband, our daughter, and our little Yorkie, Dax. It's been a whole week since I last sat down to chat with you guys. Thank you for continuing to watch and subscribe, hitting the like button, leaving a comment. I really do appreciate those conversations we have. Let's talk about everything that I have finished this week. So the first thing I finished were my Everything November Marled mitts. So here's both of them. I held this, this is one strand of fingering weight held double with a strand of Mohair. And my fingering weight yarn was a leftover from Kimbers Cozy Creations. I think it was unicorn something. I made me a pair of socks out of it a couple years ago. And then I used my leftover mohair from my love note that I made at the beginning of 2024. I always get confused between the beginning of this year after the school year starts. So it's a new school year, but it's the same calendar year. So I was a little confused last time when I said I made my love note last year. It was actually the beginning of this year, but it was last school year. So these fit very nicely. It's a 3x1 rib. I think I was supposed to do some ribbing around the thumb to make it taller, but I didn't do that on my first one, so I didn't do it on the second one, and if I would have, I would have ran out of yarn. So this took all of my leftovers. I don't have any leftover of the Kimbers Cozy Creation, but I do have some leftover of the Mohair. And the Mohair was a U-knit I dye Mohair. The second thing I got finished was this pair of socks. So this is the Knit Picks Felicini. I was going to say Felici, but it's not. It's the Felicini. And I had this one finished last time, and I was on the ribbing, and I finished the whole sock this week. I only worked on a few things this week to try to get some stuff done. I am excited to give these to the recipient. We had an auction on Facebook for a family who lost their son, and I auctioned off a pair of hand knit socks, and then the proceeds went to that family. So I let them pick the color that they wanted, and I finished these. So I get to take these on Monday and gift them. And that was everything I finished this week. So let's talk about everything that I worked on. The first thing I worked on, as soon as I finished these, I had my bag that I'm keeping all of my monthly Felici socks in. I did the Desert Vista Dye Works monthly sock challenge last year, and I did a pair of Desert Vista Dye Works socks, one pair every month for the whole year. And I did join her knit along where you post in her Ravelry thread, and after 3 months you get a discount code. After 6 months you get a free skein of yarn. After 9 months you get another discount code, and after all 12 months you get the special skein that she sends out to everyone that did all 12 months. And so I had a bunch of Felici yarn left over. Well, not really left over. I had a bunch of Felici yarn in my stash, and I thought that would be a good way to work through some of it. So I challenged myself to do one Felici sock every month for this year. It's the 11th month, and I am still on track. So this is my Fancy Boy Designs bag, and I have been keeping all of my socks, my monthly challenge socks, in these. It was my Desert Vista Dye Works bag last year, and I chose the Lakeside Gelato. This was from the fall of 2022 collection that they released. And I thought with the brown and the orange and the gold and then the purple and the pink, this month is November. We have Thanksgiving here in the US in November, and I thought that kind of could remind you of maybe Thanksgiving, turkey, and my birthday is also in November, and so I went through my stash of scraps or leftovers that I had, and I found this. It's got black and brown and pink and sparkle, and I thought maybe that would kind of tie in with like birthday cake, and so I put these together. I cast this on last night, and I did the cuff, and I started a new pattern. This is the stack of books by Witchery, and I did, after the yellow it will go back to this orange. So I did almost a full repeat of the colors. I started with 64 stitches. I did a 2x2 rib. I do the German twisted cast on, and then went into the pattern when I picked up my main color. I am, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, about 45 rounds so far. I'm gonna do probably 70 rounds. So I need 25 more rounds before I start the heel, and so we'll have a pair of socks for my birthday month. So I'm right on track for completing one pair of Felici socks every month. I need to decide which ones I'm going to do next month. If you go to the Knit Picks website, they have released a new collection of Felici yarn. I think there's about 13 colors. Before they would do like a bundle where you could just order one of every color, and I didn't see that option this time. So I'm gonna wait until maybe Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and maybe check again to see what sales they have. I think I just buy it because it's there. I don't know. I started purchasing it so I would have it, kind of fear of missing out, and I don't really like self-striping yarn. I don't like the large stripes. I'm not a stripes girl. I'm more of a marled texture, I don't know. stripes are not my favorite, but I keep knitting striped socks. They're not my favorite at all. I'd rather have the speckled yarn or the variegated yarn. And even like the small stripes, I could probably handle that. But big chunky stripes are not my jam. But I keep ordering it. I should probably stop. I don't know if I will, but I probably should. And then the next thing I worked on this week is in my tea cake and make bag. This is a yarn from Zen Yarn Garden in Tire Eye. And this is my Musselburgh hat. And I've made some progress. I worked on this while I was editing last week's video. And then I had to go to Evanston and pick up groceries. So while I was waiting in the car, I knit a little bit more. Then I knit on this again this morning. It is growing. It's going to be a big long tube. You start out with this end and you do a magic loop, disappearing loop, pinhole, something cast on. Amba O'Brien has a really good one. I really like the way that she does that. It's a little fiddly. And then you do your increases. You increase up to where you can measure your gauge. I do the increases on two 16-inch needles, and then when I'm done with my increases, I switch over to one 16-inch needle. I leave the stitch markers where I was doing the increases. I leave all of those, and then there's my beginning of round. I leave all of those the whole time, and then when I get to my decreases, they're already in there. I don't have to count and put them back. So this is just a mindless knit for me. I can sit in my chair and watch TV while I just sit and knit, or I can read and knit and just go, and I don't even have to look at it. I'll look down every once in a while when I get to a stitch marker to make sure that I am slipping the stitch marker and then getting that next stitch, and then I just go until I get to the next one. So I can sit and have a conversation and knit. I can sit and watch TV. I can sit and read. The only thing when I read, I have to, I read on my Kindle, well, the Kindle app on my iPad, and so then I have to stop for a second and reach over and touch the screen so it will turn the page for me. But this is going to be a Christmas gift, hopefully. I need to start at least 3 more gifts for the upcoming month. There's a birthday the end of November that I want to gift some socks for, and then my mom and my mother-in-law I want to make a pair of socks for Christmas. I have been working on my mom's blanket. It has gotten a lot of work this week. I finished these, and then I finished these, and in between those I would work on this. And I think last time I had not finished the end of the cake, but I have since started a new cake, and I am not quite halfway through. This is all tangled. I'm not quite halfway through with this. I think I've done, this will be the 6th skein. I think this is 2 skeins. Somewhere in here is 2 skeins. Then, or let's see, up to here is 2 skeins. So maybe I think that one was 1. That was 1. Then we had this is 1 skein. And this is 1 skein. And then back to that same color. And then this is where I was at last time. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 repeats this week. I put it on my bed, and I think this one might be my last skein. So I'm hoping to finish it hopefully by next week, maybe the week after. And then I will have my mom's blanket done for her birthday. This is the Feather and Fan blanket. It was from Yarnsparations. The pattern is no longer on their website, but it was a free pattern. I took a screenshot of it, and it is on my Ravelry project page. It is the last picture on my project page. It has a knit and crochet version. I put the colors, I think I didn't keep any of my ball bands, so I think those were the colors. I went to the Lion Brand website and I looked, and I'm pretty sure I chose the names of the colors that I had put in here. They may or may not be in the order that I put them in here. One modification I am doing is I'm slipping the first stitch with yarn in front, and then when I do the yarn overs, so you knit 2 together at the beginning and end of each repeat, and in the middle you do a yarn over, knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, and on the way back you knit all the stitches on the way back, and I am knitting through the back loop so the yarn overs are not big holes. I think you can see that through here. And then this will be a blanket that my mom can throw in the washer and the dryer. It's soft. Every time I work on it with it on my lap, the dog comes and lays on it and makes himself a cute little bed. So that is everything I worked on this week. I really want to push through and get that blanket done. I did receive a gift from my cousin, and I got my subscription yarn. Let's start with a yarn I got from Mama Jess. This was her November mystery sock set. I absolutely love these purples. This is Berry Thankful and Wine O'Clock. This is her 75/25 Superwash Merino Nylon. I love this color. I absolutely love it. And I ordered the December. It's a pre-order. It's up on her Etsy shop right now. Then I got, let's do row 1. A little bit of crinkle. It came with this little treat this time. It is like a vanilla cookie. I've never had this brand before, so I'm gonna try that today. Then the stitch marker is a little acorn. And the dyers are, gives you a little piece of paper that tells more about the dyers. This is the Golden Pearls. It's a mother-daughter team, and they take favorite moments and colors from classic TV shows. So here's the yarn, a little bit of crinkle. Beautiful fall colors. And then I got my Yarnable, my little bag of goodies that I've already opened and looked through. First we have this little pouch that says Fall Leaves Yarn Please. Let's see. And a pin that says the same thing. A sweater weather shower steamer. This smells so good. It is sweet pumpkin and cardamom with hints of rum, clove, and nutmeg. And then we have the yarn. This one is called Let's Get Basted. I love this dusty blue with the purple. And then there's some speckles. Green. I really like this one. I have a link below for Yarnable. They are not always open for new subscriptions, but if you go to their website and put in your email address, they will email you when subscriptions open back up. So that was the yarn that I got, and then my cousin, who I made socks for, sent me a project bag. She made this for me. She sewed it. Both her and I, our favorite color is green, so she did the green bottom with the green flowers and then black on top. There's a little pocket on the inside, two little pockets, drawstring. This will be really nice for a light sweater, a 2 to 3 skein shawl. I can't wait to start working on this. So thank you Katie. I love it. I'm gonna put something in here soon. So let me know if your socks fit you. I know she watches sometimes, her and her daughter, so thank you. That was so nice to receive. I think that is everything that I received in the mail or was gifted from someone, and everything I worked on this week. I want to get back into, I worked on my memories blanket. Let me go grab that. I knew I had something else I worked on. I was like, that doesn't seem like a lot. I have it folded in my bag. So let's see, that's the bottom. That's the edge. Okay. All right. Last time I was right here. I put in my September Felici, my slushy socks. This is another Felici, maybe not September, maybe July. Then my July Yarnable from 2023 watermelon socks, my pineapple socks. This was from my Rocket Tea. Then I got my Frankly Lisa, my Neon Graffiti from Yarnable, and then the Hobie sock yarn that I did for my cousin's daughter. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until the end of this row. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 squares. Each square takes me between 25 to 35 minutes. So it takes a while. I think I have maybe 4 or 5 more yarns to put in there from projects I finished that I haven't got into that one. That one is just fingering weight. And then I will be all caught up, but I'll probably finish some other things and put in there also. So we'll just work on those squares every once in a while. But that is everything I worked on this week, pretty sure. I didn't work on any of my other scrappy blankets. Nope. And so let's see what I get up to next week. I have 3 pairs of socks I want to cast on for birthday and Christmas gifts. I would like to cast on 2 other pairs of socks for Christmas gifts, but I don't think they'll get made this year. They're just gifts for people that I've wanted to make socks for and just haven't got it done yet. I want to work on my sweaters. I really want to work on my birch pullover and my Market Henley again. I want to get a little bit further on my California sweater and my What the Fluff DK sweater. What else am I working on? I've got 2 jelly roll blankets that I'm working on. have my Sweet Shop blanket that I'm still working on with my minis from 2 Christmases ago. I have at least two Advents from last year that I have not done anything with yet. I have 2 Advents to open this year that I don't know what I'm doing. One of my other cousins is having a baby, and so I want to knit a blanket. I have lots and lots of plans. I have this yarn back here that I want to work with. So we'll see what I get up to in the next week. Until then, happy knitting!